key if I was good at roulette.
it's
What do you
fucking
mean?
not. You would be up in like everyone's grill trying to be like, oh, I'm pretty good at roulette. Like I know. You just would. I know you. I know
No,
you.
dude.
You
I
could
would keep
not
it
keep
so
low
low
key.
key.
Okay, here you go.
Podcast. Or what are we talking about on this episode? Bad tats. Actually, no. NFL and NBA yapping.
It's pretty much only NFL, but we can include
Bad
NBA.
tats. Fast food draft.
Bad dads, fast food draft, Thursday night football.
TNF.
How about Steelers
Preview.
goaded? First of all, we don't even need to.
Oh, if we're gonna talk about the Steelers being goated, yeah, actually, three things with football that I gotta yap to you about, man. The, well,
No, don't say it.
Steelers being goated.
Don't say it. Yo, yeah, duh.
Squidward and the gated community syndrome is real,
Yeah. Okay.
and your fantasy football team fell off. That shit crazy. That shit crazy.
lost
49% chance of making the playoffs now. This guy's washed.
Lost 2 games, bro. Not my fault Dak gets hurt.
Oh, that's another thing. Oh my God, I might have really. Dang, I might have cooked. I might have been taking inspiration from the Steelers owner during that CD Bijan trade.
What a load of crap, man. The crap was loaded.
For you, one man's crap is another man's treasure.
It's freaking ridiculous. If Dak were healthy, I'd feel a lot better. I still feel great about this trade. The fact that he's not, ugh. You couldn't have. Now you predicted that shit. Don't give yourself no credit.
Well, I totally did. I was like, oh, dude, I've just got a feeling that CD is
No,
about
you
to
didn't.
lose his
You didn't
quarterback.
say
I'm like,
any of that garbage.
yeah, dude.
You said none of that
Me
garbage.
and Dak were kind of like E.T. and Elliot. If you've ever seen E.T. before, and I felt a sharp pain
I've
in my
ever
hamstring, and I was like, hey, Philip White, I'll take you up on that CD trade.
That's not what you said. It's not. That's not even how the situation went. You know it. You were part of it.
What do you mean?
The original trade wasn't even that. It
Oh.
was Drake London for Bijan.
Yeah, and then I felt a sharp pain in my hamstring, and it was
Shut
just
up, dude. I'm just rooting for your downfall. Now I'm really rooting for you.
why?
Cause you're being a little prick right now, and I hope you get walloped. I actually hope I still get into the postseason so I can be the one to do it.
I hope that we can play each other in the playoffs because it will be wild. You should come out if we end up playing each other in the playoffs. You should come out to Oneida and we will see it all play out.
Yeah, me win.
Speaking of which, are you coming to
We're not-
Oneida? This like anytime soon? Because Thanksgiving is day after tomorrow.
What?
Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Day after tomorrow? Are you insane right now? Did you just hear yourself?
Oh,
Day
it's
after
not
tomorrow.
this week.
It's next week.
Oh, dude,
You're
I do this.
you're ripping.
I've been doing this with a lot of the major events lately, man.
What? Just getting the dates wrong? That's
No,
not.
no, I'm a week early. With the election, the same thing happened. I was like, y'all want to come
Oh
over
my-
this Tuesday for election night? And then
Dude.
Robin was like, this Tuesday or election night? And I was like, oh, I'm a
Someone
week
needs to-
early.
Someone needs to knock you into next week because you are not
Low-key,
here.
Yeah.
Dude, what?
Maybe Ben Wright will do that for me in fantasy football this week.
Dude. I've seen miracles on ice.
Oh, no. I accidentally just changed the freaking title of the streams back. No. Oh, wait, no, I didn't.
Man, we like what 9 episodes in, and he still don't. Brother still can't figure it out.
I'm kind of a pro. Don't mean to brag.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're gonna have to stream it in so I can see what the heck I'm looking at too.
Oh, yeah. That's a little interpolation of Mania by Maddion for you. All right, let's get this show on the road. Let me pull up your slides. All right, here we go. Here we go. Oh, see, you even put Thanksgiving up as a slide, man. This is a
What?
cool. This is a cool by you.
That's
Oh.
fast food. Yeah, let me get a McChicken for Thanksgiving.
My favorite part of the Thanksgiving spread gotta be the McNuggets.
Dude, I love getting that Chick-fil-A sandwich and that Chick-fil-A sauce. Oh gosh.
From a
You know there's
distance,
like
though, like that orange there in the middle, it looks like something like with sweet potatoes, and the ketchup right next to it. From a distance, of course, it looks like the cranberry sauce.
ketchup.
Yeah.
What kind of cranberry sauce are you having?
Well, from a distance. From a distance.
From a distance, from a schmistance, dude. What the heck?
What's that? A little pretzel there? Where can you get a pretzel? Where can?
Probably, well, Annie Ann's. I don't know. I looked up fast food. It was the first picture that came
Never
up.
mind.
Man, I don't know what to tell you.
After making them bigger, it's onion rings laid together so it looks like a
Oh,
pretzel.
it is. Yeah, shoot. Yeah. I
That's-
thought it was a pretzel too. I'm not gonna lie. I thought for sure. Like, it is kind of weird that there's a pretzel in front of fast food, but I'll let it slide, I guess. And then realizing it's onion rings. It's like that they burnt that.
That seems like something they would do at like the White Castle. But Phil, let me hear it. Where do you place the onion rings in the
I don't eat them. I mean, I
fast
never
food
get them.
place hierarchy? You just don't.
Where do
you straight up
you
don't
even
eat
onion
'em?
rings for fast?
At Showmars, you can
No,
get onion rings. Shout out to Showmars. Shout out Ashley Gordon. Shout out Costa
where
Poulos. Shout out Scott Hill and the rest of the gang.
But where do you actually like get like if you had to say get onion rings from a fast food chain, where name the chain? Name the chain. Like I understand like a restaurant, but like, who's
Burger King.
actually Burger King? Oh, that makes sense. But like does McDonald's and does Wendy's doesn't seem like it has onion rings. Neither does McDonald's.
I don't think Wendy's or McDonald's have onion rings, but I basically when I'm eating an onion ring, I'm always underwhelmed. More than half the time, I'll take a bite, and the onion will just come swooping out of the whole ring. Obelisk.
Yeah. That's why I don't like onions on those kind of onions on things in general, because it's like the one thing that I almost guaranteed is gonna slide off. That and tomatoes.
How do you feel
I
about
need,
wait
like-
tomatoes?
Yeah,
Tomatoes do not slide off. You just gotta bite harder, dog.
they do more off. They will more often squeeze out than I would say lettuce and pretty much any other topping that's not onion.
Never had that problem before. You might need a master class in eating burgers that
Plus-
have tomatoes.
plus- Have you ever seen? No, there's like a meme of somebody giving someone just a tomato burger. Like it was like not even a slice of tomato. It was like a solid third of a whole tomato just in their burger. Like that. Come on. That's why I also don't get tomatoes, because whenever you order them, it's just because it's a problem with fast food. I mean, we're gonna talk about it later today. But fast food has gone from cheap and convenient to inconvenient and expensive. It sucks.
True. Yeah,
It's terrible.
The McChicken is like, I think I got a McChicken for $1.99 the other day. Kind of criminal. The freaking
For what it
What
is,
was I gonna
yeah.
say? What was I gonna say? Yeah, I don't know. I'm a big tomato on my burger guy. I need the tomato next to the mayonnaise on the burger, because the combo that creates is just.
If it's from a good restaurant, that's fine. But I ain't getting tomato from no McDonald's. Maybe Wendy's.
Tomatoes are straight up like one of the best it's one of the best produce items out there.
Yeah, but then why would I just put ketchup?
Because it's not the same. You add all these other preservatives and stuff. Ketchup is
Yeah, but
so much different from like a crushed tomato. The taste is also different. Like the texture, the taste. Tomatoes are awesome, dude.
Whatever. I ain't putting one on my burger. Not from a fast food place.
I would
From a regular
totally.
restaurant, whenever I order, I used to be like picky as a kid. So what I do now is when I go to a restaurant, whenever I order, I make sure that I don't want to change anything on the order. Like how it's prepared is how I want it prepared. I don't want to be asking like, no, I don't want this on,
You
unless like
want it, yeah,
allergies.
you want it the way the chef intended for it to be eaten.
Exactly. So that's why I'll have tomato at a restaurant. But if I'm going to like Wendy's and I'm ordering like a spicy chicken sandwich or like a baconator, no offense, I don't want that tomato.
What?
This is a bacon. No,
But like,
I don't want
why?
it.
Is this a perishable item thing? Is this a
This is a fast food tomatoes generally suck thing.
that's just I will say that like tomatoes from my grandfather's garden are better than a fast food tomato.
Well, I would hope so.
But I've never had a fast food tomato and been like, oh, what is this low class garbage? Like it's a
It's the same reason why
tomato.
it's the same reason why I don't get lettuce. You know what I mean?
What, you don't get
Same
lettuce
reason.
either?
No, it's soggy, wet, and gross. If I want lettuce, I want it crunchy and crispy.
I'm glad we're
Not a
having this
soggy
conversation
napkin.
because I feel like I was viewed as the picky eater when I said I didn't like dipping my chips and things. Dog, lettuce is still crunchy from fast food places.
App. Not when I get it. Like 90% of the time, awful. Awful
I mean,
quality.
you're probably getting it from McDonald's, and they literally do
I've
chop
gone
their lettuce
McDonald's.
into a pulp. Not
Yeah,
literally,
I've
but
got
they basically
McDonald's,
do. So it takes
Wendy's,
all.
Burger King. I've tried all three of where we live, like at home, and I've told you every time they get the toppings wrong. I would rather just order the burger or the sandwich, go home, put my toppings on the sandwich, and then eat it. Then get it there.
Oh, that's actually kind of horrible.
How is that horrible?
Because if you're just gonna do that, you might as well just make a burger, man.
Exactly, which is why I stopped going to fast food places. The only place I go is like Chick-fil-A and just grab like a sandwich. Like they're like deluxe. They do their lettuce is finish. But
Finish, finish. Can you
fine-ish.
give me an explanation for why Chick-fil-A's lettuce is fine, but only finish? Like it's still not great, but it's a cut above the other places.
A, it's made up for because I think the sandwich is generally better, and B, it's more crispy. It's just crispier. When I get the lettuce and I get like the spicy deluxe sandwich, it's crispy. I used to not get the spicy deluxe because I just wanted the regular plain sandwich, and I'm like, yeah, but pickles just ain't doing it for me anymore, like just pickles. So I'm like, I'm gonna get more stuff. And then I found out I still don't like the tomato on it, but lettuce is fine.
You don't like the tomato on it, man?
Still don't.
Dude, I'm such a tomato guy. I can't have my burger without tomato
Glazing the tomato.
or lettuce or pickle or mayonnaise. I like load up my burger, dog. You know what I get? I can tell you my burger order right now because I would always say it in this order from Cookout. Hey, can I get a big double burger with lettuce, tomato, mayo, and onion and cheese?
Uh huh. What?
That's
Anything
it.
else?
Oh, white cheddar cheese bites and a quesadilla. Thanks. Well,
All right. Anything else I can do for you, sir?
and a fancy steak, blueberry that combine the blueberry flavor with the cheesecake flavor.
Uh huh. Anything else?
That would be it. Thank you so much.
Well, thanks. You're at a Target, so we can't do that.
What? These
I know.
PEDs, man. These PEDs are getting to me. I'm going crazy.
Or were you always? That's the real question. Were you always this crazy?
I don't know. But crazy people don't think they're crazy.
Crazy people
Is that a
don't
thing?
know
I
they're
feel like I
crazy.
heard that. I feel like I heard that somewhere. Like legally
I,
insane people are like they don't ask if they're insane or something.
they
Is that a
don't
thing?
ask. I mean, they either know or they don't think they are, so
Yeah,
they don't have like a reason to ask.
yeah,
The same
that's
reason as like really stupid people don't know how stupid they are, and then there's like
exactly.
you have to be smart smart enough to know that you're stupid, but people who are really stupid don't know how stupid they are because they're that stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with like, there's like the Punnett square. You got the smart people who know they're smart, the smart people who don't think know they're smart, the stupid people who know they're stupid, and the stupid people who don't know they're stupid. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah, that
That's
sounds
like
like some sound logic.
those people fit into four. People all fit into four categories. You know.
Mm-hmm. I like that. I like that. All right, should we dive into football?
Yeah, dude. The NFL. First of all, Pittsburgh's flipping awesome.
Yeah,
Probably,
they're
Super
flipping
Bowl
off
contenders.
everybody. Excuse me.
Making Mike Williams actually, look like a receiver, which is something like the Jets can't
Something
do.
that
I
Aaron
mean,
Rodgers can't do because he only likes throwing to people that he's been friends with for 5 or more years.
yeah, you have to have the inside track to be able to get a pass from Aaron Rodgers. What about Garrett Wilson? Garrett Wilson's only been friends with him for 2 years.
Yeah, but Garrett Wilson gets an exception because he's a dog. And he still doesn't throw
Oh,
to him
okay.
enough. He still doesn't get the ball to him enough. Now that we're talking about the Jets, let me just talk about how ridiculous that Mike Williams trade is before we get even further into the Steelers. Dude, we have one good game against a competent team. One. And your smile right now is so funny. It was like so wide. Like we have one good game. Your face right. We have one good game against a confident franchise, and Alan Lazard gets hurt in that game, and our front office thinks, "Oh, dude, Mike Williams ran the wrong route, and Aaron Rodgers threw him under the bus a couple games ago. We better make sure Aaron Rodgers is happy." And we trade Mike Williams for less than what he's worth. It's like, why would we do that? Especially when Alan Lazard got hurt right before that. I don't get it. And then, of course, we lose, 31-6 on Sunday a few days ago?
Ding, ding, ding.
Give me
Got that
Zach
one.
Wilson, man. I need Zach Wilson back.
There was I wanted to make a meme. I haven't made it yet, but it's of there's like the Amazing World of Gumball.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a clip. There's like a whole episode based off about him finding out his real name, and his real name is Zach. And there's a clip of them like for 15 seconds on the bus just going Zach, Zach, Zach. Like they're just saying Zach in the dumbest ways I've ever seen. I'm like, that's Jets fans right now. Like, what do you guys want? Zach.
Yeah, we might need to upload that Zach Wilson edit one more time. Because, oh my gosh, man.
Well, Zach Wilson's not solving your problems. That's all I'll say.
I know that we lost some personnel in the offseason, but dude, oh my god. Zach Wilson had us at 7-7 through 14 games. There's no way Aaron Rodgers has us win 5 straight. And if we do,
Oh yeah, no one.
clip it. But
Not gonna happen.
yeah, like come on. We just lost
The
31 to
Dolphins have a
6
better chance.
to freaking Arizona, dude.
Hey man, don't.
Arizona. I'm sorry. Has
Man,
Arizona blown anybody out all year? Have they blown anybody out all year? I mean, come on.
They beat the Rams like in week 2. They blew them out. That was like Marvin Harrison Jr.'s breakout game.
Oh yeah.
That being
true.
said,
But
and they just beat Chicago. They blasted Chicago last week.
Oh, true. 29-9. Yeah, they've blown out a handful of teams. Arizona's kind of they're a good team, but it's just like I think what makes every win so disheartening, or every loss so disheartening, for a Jets fan is. This is the polar opposite of what was sold to us. Like, how did Zach? Like I said earlier, I understand that, like some personnel was lost. The roster is not the exact same picture as it was a year ago, but Zach Wilson had this team at 7-7. We should we are not unfair. It is not unfair of Jets fans to expect that to be the bare minimum from Aaron Rodgers. That's
No,
it.
yeah, he should be better. But I mean, the Jets fans looked at Aaron Rodgers as if he was going to save the franchise. I don't think anybody outside the New York Jets thought that was the case, including like other teams, including other fan bases. It kind of looked like a little rushed, a little bizarre. And the other thing for me is 2-3. At 2-3, you fired your best coach. Like of the guys on the staff, Robert Saleh was the best one, and he's just gone. And this team is significantly worse for it. Like I don't think that made any sense at the time, and I told
It
you
didn't really
it
make
wasn't
very
gonna
much
make
sense.
sense.
In
And it's
hindsight, yeah, it did not
awful.
make sense. I just like it feels like in a way. Nah, maybe American politics have just been living rent free in my head, but oh yeah, it's like Aaron Rodgers to the Jets front office is Donald Trump, and the front office is a bunch of Trump supporters. They're like, oh, he's gonna fix everything. He's gonna fix everything, and then they keep doing all this shit and tearing down the organization for this guy.
Hey man, watch your mouth. Watch your
Family
mouth with the
show. Family
sugar honey
show.
iced tea. Keep the sugar honey iced tea out your mouth.
I love sugar honey iced tea.
No, you do
Bumblebee on the
not.
scene.
No,
But yeah, it's ridiculous. These guys value Aaron Rodgers more than the organization they work for. You would think Aaron Rodgers signs their checks. Like, it is redonk. I'm ready for next season. I don't. What's tough about this though is like when I say I'm ready for next season, I start thinking about okay, what are the moves for us come this offseason? Because obviously playoffs is not a fleeting thought right now. I'm just interested. I don't think we should pull the trigger on a quarterback right now. I think, I mean, when I say right now, I mean this offseason. I think Aaron Rodgers should not be back for next year. I wouldn't be surprised if he retires because I think he's very insecure about the way he's playing. And you just like bolster that offensive line, get some young linebackers in there. Just honestly, just get talent everywhere, and then maybe run it with Tyrod next year, and then after next year, you draft a quarterback, or you draft a quarterback and have Tyrod Taylor play ahead of him.
Okay, I was gonna say going into next season with Tyrod Taylor is disgusting. Hearing you say that, I was like, he can't be serious, right? Like he's
Well,
not
what do you think?
serious.
Should there be a rookie quarterback on the roster? Because I mean, we do have Jordan Travis out of Florida State, but he fell to the 5th round, and he could not win second string over Tyrod Taylor. So I don't know if that's the front office being cautious or what. I haven't seen any Jordan Travis other than him at his Florida State days.
I would make the case that you have well first the main thing you got to be worried about is who's going to be the head coach before you even determine what your plan is, drafting guys, moving on from guys. I think you have to look for somebody on the offensive side of the ball first. Definitely Ben Johnson would be my first candidate. I think he's going to be on top of everybody's boards
Could you
after
tell
what
me
we've
who
seen
Ben
from
Johnson
him.
is?
Oh, Lions offensive coordinator. So when
Oh
you look at the
yeah.
Lions OC, that's definitely a guy that's going to be on top of people's boards. I wouldn't doubt it if Cliff Kingsbury gets some action with what he's done with Jaden Daniels in the first half of the season, seeing how quickly he's progressed and being able to sort of have command of that offense. That's where I would look, especially if I'm going to have a new or a young quarterback in a system. Those are the two offensive-minded that I would look at. I don't know if Kingsbury would take a job after just one season, but we saw him be able to get certain things done with Arizona.
I
I
was
I would be looking at the very least. You got to go the offensive route department. That offense is atrocious.
I was just thinking those seem like two positions that are way more enticing than head coach of the New York Jets. Like, I would
Yeah.
so much rather be the offensive coordinator for the freaking Detroit Lions or the Commanders coaching Jaden Daniels than dealing with Aaron Rodgers and his ego all the time. But who knows? Maybe somebody, I'm sure some great football mind wants to try their hand at turning the Jets into a powerhouse. Maybe Ben Johnson's that guy. I don't really want Kingsbury. He didn't have much success in Arizona. But
Well, he was able to get them to the playoffs. I mean, Kyler Murray had some of his best seasons under there until Murray kind of hit the Call of Duty wave and Kingsbury kind of stunk. But
he
I
became too much of
mean,
a
yeah,
gamer.
you have to get somebody on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah,
You
Ulbrich has not
can't.
been that guy.
No, and no one thought he was gonna be.
I was kind of hyped. I was like, let's
Oh,
go. I mean,
well,
I
yeah,
liked
that's
him when Saleh wasn't around. When
you
Saleh
have to
was
be.
around, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but now, but I mean, firing your best, like, it's all this has been the Jets have been this way for a long good while. I'd
Indeed.
say even
Since
before this season, it's pretty
like
consistent.
we were even like this when Mark Sanchez took us to the conference championship. Like
Yeah, like I was.
we were still
Yeah.
goofy. We were still just as goofy.
The other one I was gonna say is that at some point we're gonna do like the fast food draft later. I think what we have to have is a drafting the worst plays of all time and making like a top five
Ooh,
worst plays ever
that would be
in terms of
fun.
just how bad they are and how historic they are. I would be down to do that because I know the butt fumble's gonna be on there.
Oh yeah.
That's what I was thinking. Like butt fumble's gonna be on there.
I was thinking like once the season's over, I think we'll switch like a lot of like what goes into the Sunday show, a lot of like the energy that we put into that into YouTube content, and we could do like debate which play is worse. Like we could each come with a play and bring a play to the table or something like that.
I would be down. I'd
Yeah,
be down.
that would be
That'd be
sick.
super. Dude, like having like a Sunday debate. That'd be sick.
Mm.
I'd be super down for that. We'd be like, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right.
All right.
I'll come and cook. Dude, get to the next slide, dude. I got the full football slide up on the next one.
Oh,
So
let's
this
see
that was
this.
just this
Oh,
is the
okay. There
teaser.
we go. There we go.
Yeah, we got some headlines, dude. The Chiefs. Oh my
It-
god.
Patrick Mahomes sold his soul. It is redonk, dude.
Dude, maybe after that, I was like, "There's no way." I thought, "Man, who's gonna win?" And then I get this thing. I watching the play live, and I'm like, "You're kidding me, right?"
Yeah,
How that happens, I don't know.
what I hate the most about that play is the first thing they pan to, Patrick Mahomes running down the field like with his arms stuck out, like, like bro, you had nothing to do with that. You just put up 16 points against the Denver Broncos. Shut up. You beat the Raiders by 7. Shut up. You had to take the Bucks without Godwin and Evans into overtime. Shut up.
Well, I mean, look, man, good teams find a way to win, and Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs are a good team.
And find a way to pay the other team to throw.
That was. Do you see the clip? I didn't see it. I know someone posted it where it was Patrick Mahomes is talking to the refs like, "You got to be telling me when he's coming near the sideline. You know, you got to tell me." And it was like, dude, what?
Wait, was he saying this ironically or no? Like, what? Wait, what are you
I
talking about when he
couldn't
says you gotta
tell.
tell me? Like when he's coming towards the sideline.
It was. Hold on. Let me see if I can go find it real quick. But it was something where he's talking to the official, and he says something regarding like you have to inform me, like you have to let me know if a guy's coming close to me, like about to hit me, basically. Like, and he was running out of bounds near the side. I didn't watch the whole clip because I kind of didn't believe it, but I'm like, you know what? I want to see.
Strange.
Okay, let me see if I can find out. He got caught on the mic asking the ref for help.
What a doof.
You know, when he gets here, when he gets close, you know, I don't know. It could have been ironic, but dude, every time there's like some new evidence that there's this grand conspiracy to keep the Chiefs winning. Like,
I don't think it's actually happening, but
oh no, neither do I.
I also wouldn't put it past Patrick Mahomes to ask for help. Cuz like, you know how like I have been hating Patrick Mahomes less this season than I did a year ago. Cuz like I think my Patrick Mahomes hate watch was at an all-time high during the playoffs last year. Because this guy, he gives me the vibes of like, if you ever played organized sports in middle school or high school or even AYSO, he gives me the vibe of that guy who like he has the demeanor of like the guy who thinks he's the best player on your team and y'all are like all 12 and 13. It's like he's just a tool, dude. It just
Dude,
like
man,
he's just like, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if you watch enough. I don't know if that's the description I'd give him.
What
He's
description would you?
just Brady. He's just
He
the
is
Brady
not
archetype.
Brady, dude. He's not. Actually, when I said that, like, I think he's better than Brady from a play style standpoint. From like, if I would want him on my team, both of them in their prime, that's a whole different conversation. But wait, go on about Brady.
But it's the same archetype, right? The team is basically what the Patriots were. Like they can have anybody step up and still produce at the position. They can have like it could seem like they're about to lose the game and then all of a sudden they still find a way to win. Like that's basically what the Chiefs are now. They have a Hall of Fame tight end, they have a Hall of Fame quarterback, they have a Hall of Fame head coach. Their defense is very good. Like it's to me it's very little different. And even like when you look at New England and how they drafted guys defensively, like they had like Donta Hightower, they had Chandler Jones, they had Devin McCourty, they had Patrick Chung was an underrated safety. They had a lot of guys there that played well. Then you have the Chiefs who just trade L'Jarius Sneed. They moved off him, and they still have players on the defense like a Chris Jones. They drafted a George Karlaftis. They
Oh, I lost you.
have Trent McDuffie. Off them, they still get good. They moved off Tyrann Mathieu a few years ago.
Trent McDuffie's a dog.
Then they still have good. Yeah, they still find gems on defense too. So they are a good team. They have good players. It's just the way that they're winning has definitely felt a little suspect that they've all been close. But you also have to consider the one thing I'll say is every single team is going to go in to playing Kansas City and give them their best punch. Every single team is going to rise to the occasion rather than not play as well when you play a team that's won back-to-back Super Bowl. It's the same thing where New England would get every other team's best punch. When you're the best team in the NFL, every single team is going to play you their best football. They're going to spend that whole week. This is a tough game. We got to be prepared for Kansas City. Every single team is going to try and give their best effort.
Yeah, that's a good point. But nah, honestly, dude, that is a decent, like, that's something I did not think of when you mentioned, teams are going to be playing extra hard because they probably hate the Chiefs. And, they're the best team in football and they want to beat them. But, I don't know.
All of that, but meh. Good point,
Chiefs,
Phil.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I agree. I agree with your point. But the Chiefs, I just feel like they should not be. They are undeserving of 9-0. I am very hopeful that the Bills will beat them this Sunday. Also, dude, hell of a slate of games this Sunday.
Yeah, dude. This is dude, we get to see Pittsburgh and Baltimore, dude. I am excited for that one.
I'm excited for that one. I'm excited for Bills KC.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
The other thing.
What games are this Sunday, real quick? Wait, what were you gonna say? I'm just gonna look it up.
No, keep going. I'm just looking forward to like the games, dude. I think especially like when the ramp up to Thanksgiving and then everything after Thanksgiving just feels like that's where football starts to hit its peak. Like football's already peak. Like football week 1 I think is peak in comparison to most things in sports. But football like in weeks 12 through the up until the postseason are like some of the best weeks of football because it is like you start to get into this trickle down effect where like the bad teams start to officially get eliminated and it starts to feel like the room's getting a little bit more like crowded a little. You know, you start to see teams like lose their opportunity to get to the playoffs one by one. It's like it's
Exactly.
like the
Yep.
Hunger Games.
The walls are
Like that week,
closing in.
that week is like almost like the Hunger Games, where like in the beginning, where like 10 tributes just die. That's where like these weeks were like, oh, officially eliminated, officially eliminated, officially eliminated. Get out, get out, get out. Like a bunch of teams just poof, officially like don't even like have any chance to make it, and then we get to the playoffs where like the actual real like playoff team, like the playoff teams start getting knocked out. That's when like the District 1 and 2 tributes start to get eliminated, and then it's down to like. And then the difference is it's not that like Katniss and Peter are just gonna have these berries. No, they're gonna duke it out till one of them wins. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, man. And we could make an NFL contingencies tier list because what you were saying made me think of dude, one of my favorite things about the walls, about the metaphorical walls of the NFL playoff picture closing in is when we get a free playoff game in week 18. Oh man, that's always the best.
Yeah.
Um,
There's always somebody that's got to try to sneak in at the end or get ousted.
mhm. Man, like
Oh,
this
it's
Thursday, like dude, also, the Thursday night games this year have been good, man. For the most part.
Were they? I feel like that first one was good, and then I don't remember many
Well,
of the other
last
ones.
week we had
Top of
Bengals
my head.
Ravens, which was a banger. Week before
Yeah, that was
that,
probably one of the
we
best games.
had. Let me
Jets
see.
Texans, which was like fine,
That
I
was a
guess.
fun one. What do you mean?
I don't know. That game in the first half was boring. The game in the second half was better, but that first half, I was like,
Then you had Vikings Rams, which had a very controversial play, which was talked about a lot with the face mask.
they have been good, but like traditionally, like the way I see it, a lot of those games, like maybe outside of Jets Texans and like Ravens Bengals, but a lot of the times for some reason on Thursday Night Football, they'll put on like garbage matchups. And we were kind of lucky that one wasn't garbage because there was a chance with the headlines going into this year that one was going to be garbage.
Uh,
Because
no.
with all the injuries to the Texans, I would have thought so.
Oh
Or not the
yeah, that's
Texans, the
true. If the Jets
Vikings.
actually played to their, oh, you're talking about the Vikings game.
No, then the Vikings saw like JJ McCarthy went down, and I believe Jordan Addison went down early, and there was like a bunch of stuff where it was like,
Oh yeah, yeah. The
actually
narrative,
gonna be good.
yeah, the
But then there
narrative
was
on the
like
Vikings was that
Buffalo,
they were
Miami was a
cheeks.
blowout. New York, New England was a blowout. Dallas and New
Broncos
York was
Saints
close but
was
sucked. Tampa and
pretty.
Atlanta was good.
Yep, Tampa
Broncos,
and
yeah,
Atlanta
it's like
was
hit and
awesome.
miss so far.
Tampa and Atlanta is
Tampa
one
and
of the
Atlanta,
best games of this year.
yeah. But
Maybe
like
the best
Denver, New
game.
Orleans has been on here. I don't know. I feel like it's just. I feel like there's been like a stinker at least every couple of weeks.
They're shooting like
But like I don't
50%.
know. Yeah, I guess early. I guess because early they were sucking. Like early those matchups were wind.
It might be because I wasn't having such a watchful eye on the NFL last year, but last year it felt like every Thursday night game was ass. This year, dude, we're getting
Right.
Eagles Commanders.
Yeah, and then next week we get to watch the Steelers play the Browns on.
Oh man, everybody's
Woo!
looking forward to that one. I know everybody in the country except for the city of Pittsburgh will be rooting for Jameis Winston, famous Jameis.
Whatever. Whatever. It'll probably be a trap game. We'll lose anyway. It's not a big deal. Like we'll beat Baltimore this week, but we'll lose the next game to Cleveland. Like you know how the Mike Tomlin arc
That
is,
is
is
true.
what it is.
That is very Mike Tomlin. But I will be rooting for the Steelers, man. I mean, dude, my team's 3-7. I mean, I like the Steelers. They're fun.
Yeah, yeah, they are fun. You know what else is hilarious? I think I sent it to you. The Mike Tomlin quote after the game.
What do you say?
He said he was talking about the 4th and 1 play at the end where they drew him off sides, and they were like, "Did you have anything called up for that? Did you have any play dialed up?" And he was like, "We'll let I guess we'll know." He was like, "We'll never know. I'm kind of a
Oh,
degenerate."
I saw that.
And I was like, "Dude, yeah, you are."
Oh, that's awesome.
That was that was funny, but that was a banger game, dude. We had Freiermuth, Pickens, and Mike Williams all getting touchdowns. And that game, I'm going to be honest, that game, I don't think scratched the full surface. I saw them play, and they made mistakes. They had a fake punt that they dropped that gave Washington a touchdown. They fumbled at the goal line
Fumbled
with
at the goal
Jalen Warren.
line.
That game, if they can stay a little cleaner, that game could have been so much more of a win for Pittsburgh. And I think they'll need to stay clean going next week against Baltimore. But dude, I don't think they've even hit surface. There is so much more to this cookie. There's like when you take a bite into a cookie, like that's good, and then there's like some gooey inside. We're like, wait a minute, what was that? That tasted good. It tasted really good. Give me more of that. That's what I want to see. I want to see the gooey inside, the chocolate melting in my mouth.
Exactly.
That's how good this could be.
Like if that Commanders game was the first batch of cookies, there was not enough gooiness going on in there. Exactly. Yeah, like there were unforced errors in there, and if there were no unforced errors, yeah, y'all could have won by, a touchdown or even 10 instead of the what? Did you win by 1? 1 point?
1 point game. That clutch tackle getting Zach Ertz just shy of the line. Oh, they definitely need to clean it up if they want.
Ertz on there? They had Zach Ertz on defense?
No, Commanders have Zach Ertz. I'm saying Zach Ertz is the one who got tackled.
Oh,
just short of the goal line.
Gotcha. I was thinking about them drawing off the Commanders' defense.
Yeah, Mr. Newton. That's tough. That's tough when you got Russell Wilson on the hard count. He also did the little. Did you see the little dance he did at the end? We went.
Yeah.
Like I was like, yeah, that's my quarterback.
I was pretty distraught by that because, dude, I had our game picks this past Sunday, man. Literally, our only differences were I picked against your team and you picked against my team. You went 2 for 2. I went 0 for 2. And your lead grows. You realize if I was right, we could have been, like, tied. Like
that's true.
Oh, my
That's very
God.
true. However, that's not the case.
That's all good because come playoff time, games are worth twice as much. And I'll be cooking.
Yeah. I'm sure. Well, not if we pick the same teams. I mean, I'm winning by the regular season. We pick the same teams. It's. I mean, is there even a chance? What if I have such a big lead by then that there's no way to catch up?
I won't be mathematically eliminated, dude. I've been on your tail.
Have you?
Yeah, dude. It was a 4% game as of last Sunday. Like,
okay, but like
I've
increased my lead in terms of wins and losses.
Did you do better or worse than 11-5? Because that's what you got.
I did
last week.
I did 10-4, but you went 8-6. Like the whole point is that every time I'm ahead, I go ahead by 2 more games.
Yeah.
My percentage increases. You know what I mean? Like it's
but your percentage is going down with mine. It's just 2 games. I've just got to get you
going down. My win record is better. Like it's increasing in comparison to you.
In comparison to mine, but your percentage, however, as a whole over the season.
What about it? It's better than yours.
Yeah, whatever, but I'm going to boost it. Hello?
I don't understand what just happened.
I think my Discord was being goofy.
So it wasn't me. It
actually wasn't you, which is.
I thought it was. I thought somebody was just.
I thought everyone opened your beer fridge.
That's what I thought too, but the Wi-Fi never cut out.
Yeah.
So
every time I moved my mouse into Discord, my mouse would go away.
Oh, is OBS open?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, duh. Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah.
All right. Well, cool. We're back.
We did it.
Look at that. We did it in all of. I actually don't know that long it took
5
us, but we did it anyway. Sweet. Just anyway.
What were we talking
As I
about?
was saying, actually, I kind of low key forgot in the ability to be able to try to switch it. Probably something about Pittsburgh just being as good as they are. Like we were saying, the cookie. It was the cookie. That's what I last
Oh
remember.
yeah,
But
unforced
this is
errors
not.
in the
It's not
victory.
there yet. We could, if we can come out tomorrow, like if we play Baltimore a little bit better, I think we need to get better protection for Russ. There were times yesterday where the offensive line, like even on the touchdown to Mike Williams, the blitz, like there was a lot of pressure on there. He had to get rid of that in like a second. I think we gotta figure out our offensive line. And then the other thing that I saw on a couple, I think it was All Steelers Talk. They have some stuff where they talk Steelers. TJ Watt has been he's one of the best players in the league, but you can't always rely on him to be schemed off the block. What I think they need to scheme ways to get him rushing because his sack numbers are down. I think he's got to scheme up some stuff, some packages defensively where he's not getting chipped and then chipped again and then held. Like you got to be able to find some way to get him rushing off the edge every once in a while, especially with Alex Highsmith now going to be out for 2 or 3 weeks. They need to scheme some stuff up to allow TJ to get to the quarterback.
You want to see more
Other than
sacks from
that,
TJ Watt?
it was beautiful. Yeah,
Yeah.
I just want to see the defense get creative, see if we can find a way to get him some free runs at the QB. Tough to do because everyone game plans around him, but that's where you got to get creative defensively. So I'd
Indeed, I
like to
like
see them
it.
do that.
I feel like yeah, dude, the Steelers defense to me, I mean, you know it better than I. Steelers defense looks great. Ever since Russ came in, y'all made a leap. Looks freaking good.
Yeah,
Do you want
yeah.
want to talk about Thursday night football real quick because man, Eagles Commanders seems like a freaking banger.
I was gonna say that for the end, actually, like for the preview. But I
Okay,
wanted to
yeah.
go over like, dude, new news in well, I want to go over one thing: Sunday night and Monday night football before we get into Thursday, and then we gotta talk Shane Waldron. Starting with Sunday, how in God's name
Oh
did Houston
yeah.
Texans not win that game? I mean, we were posting all about it. 5 interceptions from Jared Goff and a couple from Stroud, but there were 7 interceptions total in this game. Lions had 5 of them, and yet still won this game by the skin of their teeth. I mean, is that not what is that a statement to? Is it a statement to Houston completely collapsing or Detroit just being good?
I have no idea. I've been trying to answer that question myself, man. Um, I think it's Detroit being that good. I mean, just a couple weeks ago they had some moments where they had 2 games in a row where they put up 50 points. They were outscoring teams like 50-10. They outscored teams like 100-20 in back-to-back games. I think Detroit's just that good, man.
Yeah, I agree with Detroit. I think it's a combination. 'Cause I think Detroit looked good. On the flip side, we talked about that game going in that Houston was really bad in the second half. Like they were averaging 5 points per game in the second half. It
Yikes.
showed Sunday night. They didn't score at all after halftime. I mean, you had some weird stuff. I think there was a touchdown. There was an interception that CJ Stroud threw that should have been a touchdown. And then there was this weird sack of Stroud where his lineman is trying to actively rip the ball out of his hands. Like, what does he think? He's going to get the ball and then run 50 yards and get the 15 yards, get the first down? Like, I don't understand that. It was very bizarre second half for a Houston team that now has lost 2 straight primetime games. If they somehow lose to Dallas on Monday Night Football,
Oh
that'd be a
God.
3rd straight primetime
Wrap
loss.
it up.
I don't know about wrap it up. They'd still probably win the division, but to me, it's everyone in their division is so bad.
Can you give me a
'Cause
quick reminder of
Jaguars,
who's in the Texans division?
we got Jaguars, we got Titans, and we got Colts.
Oh yeah,
So
no
all
way
those
they
teams
lose.
suck. The thing is, you're going to win the division. The other thing, though, is you have the rest of the season to look at this and say, hey, we have to figure out how to get better. So when because you pretty much I don't want to say it's guaranteed, but you're probably getting into the playoffs. If you don't, then that's really embarrassing. But
Yeah.
you have to look at the rest of the season and say, shoot, we're not the team we need to be if we're going to go into the playoffs. How do we fix that from now to the end of the season? Because if
Mhm.
you don't, you know, you're probably just going to be first round exit, right? So that's the key there. Is figure out how do you replace Stephon Diggs. They're going to get Nico Collins back, so their offense is going to be better-ish. Like, it should be better, reasonably. If they have their number one receiver back, they'll have Joe Mixon, they'll have CJ Stroud, and they can
Mhm.
still do something in the playoffs, but they got to figure that out. Like, they have to take that time over the next few weeks, figure out how to replace some of those moving parts.
Yeah. For me, this is on CJ Stroud, man. Like, I mean, he's in his second year. You know, they have the term sophomore slump for a reason. But I mean, if CJ Stroud is as good as people are expecting him to be, or as I am expecting him to be, you know, I'm not expecting Jaden Daniels numbers out of this guy. I'm not expecting an MVP season, but I expect you to be able to win games without Nico Collins, and like, especially when the other team's quarterback throws 5 interceptions. So,
Right. Yeah.
um,
I mean, I remember we've had Trey and we've had Mr. Jones both come on and say Trey talked about how he was disappointed with CJ Stroud's performance, and Mr. Jones didn't buy or Dan didn't buy into the Texans at all. So we're talking about two guys there who, have seen it. I mean, maybe there's some real truth to that the Houston Texans are just generally an underwhelming team this year.
I was a little
I
bit
mean,
late to
last
the party on that. I was high on them until maybe just this last game, and the loss to the
last
Jets.
Yeah. Well, the last three games, CJ Stroud and they're 1-3 in their last four games, and in those three losses, CJ Stroud under 60% completion percentage. It has not been pretty in those moments. So I mean, he's starting to look like maybe the Ohio State quarterback is still a bust. We don't know, but it.
Nah,
you
he's I
never know. You never know. I mean, it's just not enough offensive production right now. They need to be better offensively.
true. Joe, like somehow surprisingly, Joe Mixon has been the star of that offense, which is kind of crazy.
I mean, yeah, dude. That's what happens when you leave Cincinnati.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, because when you're
Yeah.
there with Jamar Chase, that's the guy who's the stud. Also, I know we're talking about the New York Jets and how they're probably not making the playoffs. You
How
know who might
awesome,
be
man.
able to make a run? The
Who?
Miami Dolphins.
That's so annoying. I'm sorry. Like, I was gonna say I like it because like the Dolphins typically are a fun team. Like, nah.
I mean, dude, they have a fairly reasonable next set of games. They get the Raiders in there, they get the Jets twice, they get the Patriots, they get Cleveland. They do have a couple tough ones. They're gonna have the Packers and they're gonna have the Niners, but they have Houston there. But if they start to pull off a string of games, like let's say they'll probably beat the Raiders, right? They'll probably beat the Patriots. If they go into that Green Bay Packers game hot and feeling themselves, like they could very much be 500 by after week 13. I mean, I don't think it's impossible if they can, because they played really well on defense last night. Tua made a couple of mistakes I kind of clowned on, but I mean, it's not impossible. It's not unheard of, especially considering in the AFC where you've got a bunch of teams that kind of just feel outside of the teams that are in the playoff picture, everyone else feels kind of what's the word?
Mediocre, run of the mill,
Mediocre, yeah, kind of mediocre, bystander, kind of like
pedestrian.
pedestrian.
Ha
Yeah, that's the word. They were feeling very pedestrian. I just that if there's a team that could maybe catch fire towards the end of the season, it could be Miami after what we saw with them against the Rams last night.
Yeah, I I'm all for it, man. I like Tua Tagovailoa. I like Tyreek Hill. I like Jaden Waddle. I like Mike McDaniel. I said Jaden. Jalen Waddle. Um,
Jaden.
um, yeah, I mean, I when you mentioned the idea of the Dolphins returning to the playoffs, it just sort of gave me that it should have been me.
Ah,
Like
rats.
yeah, I have to put my pride to the side and yeah, man, let the Dolphins have another crack at it, man. I'm all. What do the Dolphins' next few games look like?
So they get the Raiders next week. They get New England. Then they play Green Bay. But if they win the next two, they'll be going to that Packers game on a 3-game winning streak. Then they get the Jets on the road against Houston, home game against the Niners, Browns, and Jets. And listen, for them, the one thing about Miami is towards the end of the season last year, they struggled to play in cold weather. But if they can play those games where they have those home games and they can take advantage of those, anything's possible. Anything is possible. Anything's possible.
That's my favorite Jason Tatum quote. Nobody ever said that ever, other than him.
Anything's possible.
We did it.
We did it. We did it.
Oh yeah. So you said like New England, Raiders, Jets, Packers, Houston.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very possible for the Dolphins.
Very
man.
doable. And I mean, the Packers are good, but they're beatable. I think the 49ers, we'll see how healthy they are in December. I mean, Houston has shown their vulnerabilities. Yeah, Houston's shown their vulnerabilities. San Francisco is still beatable, despite injuries. I wouldn't doubt if Miami could catch fire and sneak their way in. Because, I mean, look, Denver plays Atlanta. They got to win that. They got to find a win. Will they beat the Falcons? I don't know.
Who is
Atlanta?
Who is the 7 seed in the AFC and what's their record right now?
Probably Denver, and it's like 500.
Oh,
So I believe it is Denver. Should be around that.
let Miami cook.
Miami's got a shot. They gotta get their offense in gear. But I mean, really, they're only 2 teams ahead of them: Colts, Bengals, and
Yeah, I mean the Colts are ass, and the Bengals are slightly less.
Yeah, but you want to hear something? This bugs me. This bugs me a lot. You ready? Dolphins are 3-6 and a 10 seed and have a 10% chance of making the playoffs. Fair, harsh but fair.
The Dolphins.
Yep. Playoff probability, 10% chance. You want to know what the Jets have being 3-7 and looking so much more like the worst team? 13%. Who is buying that extra 3%? Who's getting them that?
Aaron
Who
Rodgers.
on that team?
Woody Johnson, maybe.
Guys, it's not 2014 anymore. We're in 2024. You got to stop living in the past. This team blows, and so does Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
One more thing to round out football. The Bears finally fired head coach Shane Waldron. Woo!
Good job.
First step to being somewhat competent.
I remember I said they wouldn't, but I stand corrected.
That needed to happen. That game against the Patriots was straight up gross. It was disgusting. It has been abysmal. They have now they lose to the Cardinals and they lose to New England. They put up 12 total points. Caleb Williams looks less than a rookie. He looks like a -1. He's not even his first year. He's in his negative first year.
-1. Caleb Williams does not look that bad. Come on.
Oh, he's not looking good. I'll tell you right now.
When was his last good game? Tell me how many. I know he's had a couple bad games in a row.
Probably against a garbage team, if I had to guess. 3 straight games. Here's the completion percentage last 3 games. 53.3, 53.7, 41.7. Bad.
Okay, what about the game before that, though?
Jacksonville, 79.3, and Carolina 69%.
Jacksonville's
but
not that bad.
It is a what have you done for me lately league, and what has Caleb Williams done for them lately? Not enough.
What does that mean?
Not enough.
What does that mean? What have you done for me lately league? There's still time for the Bears to make this playoffs. Come on.
No. Their schedule gets so much more difficult. They can't protect their quarterback.
Yeah.
They play all their divisional opponents. They're done. They had to make this change. But hey, you know what? Squidward in the gated community. You know what? I've bet against it before. Maybe I shouldn't bet against it. Maybe they get a new OC.
I don't co-sign the Caleb Williams hate, but I do co-sign the Bears. The Bears need a new offensive line.
They need to fire Matt Eberflus.
They need to protect Caleb Williams. Fire Eberflus, maybe. I mean, they already got rid of Waldron. You better have somebody else, somebody that's not Eberflus calling the shots on offense.
They should have cleared house last year. They should have cleared house with their offensive and defense. They should have moved off of Eberflus and brought in an offensive coach last offseason.
Yeah, I don't know why you would want Matt Eberflus being the guy that
Did you see
Caleb Williams the ropes. Guys
Did
that have
you
different coaches
see?
from year to year, rookies across sports
I gotta
don't
pull
do
this
very
up.
well. Go on.
There is this thing. There was a interview with Matt Eberflus at a Bears radio show, and they were asking him, like, I don't know the context of the question they asked, but I remember at some point he had really crummy service. Like, and the guy who's hosting the interview was like, what are we frickin' doing? Like, can we not get this head coach some actual like internet service? Like the meme was that he was being asked difficult questions, so he faked cutting out of the call, like in Zoom interviews do. Like when you pretend like that your monitor's lagging, like, oh, got it.
Wait,
ow.
Did he do this like unironically? Like he was trying to do that?
No, but I think that was like the meme that went around when this happened. Matt Eberflus.
Oh, okay. So it's just like a template.
But it's so like, dude, what a joke. Matt Eberflus's phone doesn't even work. Like it's, it was so funny. I where is it? I want to find the exact clip, but it's so crazy, and it's like to me it's like, man, like there's such a lack of accountability. I want to find the clip if I can, but oh my gosh, it was so bad to see like that he just oh gosh, I can't find it.
Wait, why? Because like the way he disappeared or what?
The way it's like think about you're a head coach. You've lost your last 3 games. You can't like and now there's this like meme of just having awful internet connection. Like, really? Like that?
No way. He's talking about awful internet connection. Look,
That's what we're going with here. I don't buy into that. Yeah, but like that's different.
This is so funny.
That's way different, dude. This dude's a head coach and makes way more money than I do. No shot he has bad internet. When giving an actual like call to a Chicago radio show, like, huh? There's a level. There's different levels to this.
So I still don't understand. Was Matt Eberflus the one doing this, or was this like a clip?
No, he had bad internet connection and he cut out while trying to like answer a question on like a radio show, and the guy who was hosting the show basically flipped out. Like that's what I was like talking.
Oh.
Yeah, like he was like, "Are you kidding me? This guy has. How does he not have decent internet?" Like that was basically the. Why can't I find it? I thought it would be on YouTube for sure. What is the name of the show? Gosh, it was. I gotta find it. Whose phone? Yeah, it says Eberflus's phone cut out 3 times during the interview, but did mention that the Bears are in the process of making changes to the offensive staff. Which is true. They did fire Shane Waldron. But the fact that it cut out 3 times is...
That is freaking wild. And also, it's also crazy it's also crazy that you're cutting out. Pretty much every time you've mentioned bad internet or cutting out, you'll freeze up right after that. I think you did it again. Oh, okay, never mind.
What? Yeah. All right. Enough clowning on Chicago, but I thought that was funny to mention.
I think Chicago's better than you give them credit for.
Absolutely not. They are as bad as they are, and they should feel bad. They just lost to the Patriots. They're as bad as the Jets.
Look,
and
dude,
Jets,
they are better than what was displayed. Trust me.
I'm just telling you, I don't buy into that. I don't personally buy it. I do believe Caleb Williams can be a franchise quarterback, but he has not, like, he's been sacked 3 times against Washington, 6 times against Arizona, 9 against New England. And it's not like these teams have like a Watt or like imagine that you were playing like a Myles Garrett or a Max Crosby or like a Dexter Lawrence or a TJ Watt, dude. Caleb Williams may not finish the game. Like,
Is he playing any of those four throughout the rest
no,
of the
but he'll be
season?
playing the Vikings and Brian Flores' defense. He'll be
Mm.
playing twice. The Lions twice. The Packers twice.
Oh
Oh, and the
God,
Niners and Nick Bosa.
Bears, Lions twice. Yeah, it does sound like
Dude, if
torture.
you've got a defense playing the Bears, start them. Just
Yeah,
start them. You might as
I
well.
think my defense is playing the Bears this week. Who are the Bears playing?
That is an excellent question. I have to go check because I don't remember.
Dude,
I don't know.
I'm playing against the 2-8 Ben Wright,
And you're gonna lose.
and I might lose because freaking CMC's back, man. He's projected to get like 130 points.
I knew it. Oh, I knew it. Let's see. Oh yeah, they play the Packers. So
Oh, let's go, baby!
you have the Packers. Oh yeah, you did pick them up. But maybe Caleb Williams cooks. You never know.
It's either the Packers defense against Chicago or the Niners defense against.
Why do you have two defenses? Just pick one and move on.
Because I like to have an elite defense because like that boosts my odds of having a defense that's playing a bad team.
Yeah, but you can only start one.
Well, yeah, and I start the one that's playing the worst team.
I guess, but I don't feel like that's
I love it.
useful.
It gives me the freedom of
Alright.
choice.
Yeah, you mean the illusion.
Something to get excited about.
You know what fantasy football is? The illusion of choice. You think you play in a smart, like, oh yeah, this is the guy I should start. No, it's
Ooh.
not strong.
Oh, speaking of
illusion
which,
choice.
at my flex position this week, Najee Harris against Buffalo or Khalil Shakir against Kansas City.
Well, that's crazy because Najee Harris doesn't play Buffalo, so I would definitely start Khalil
I don't
Shakir
know.
against Kansas City.
You know what I meant to say. Baltimore. I was thinking about Buffalo because I was about to mention the receiver. Najee
That's what they
Harris
all
against
say.
Baltimore
They all
or
say.
Khalil Shakir against. Come on, man. Come on. You gotta do me a solid just this once. Come on. Tell me what you think, man. Najee against Baltimore or Khalil Shakir against Kansas City.
So I would probably roll. I would go Najee against Baltimore. I think because it depends. You have to watch and see if Keon Coleman because Keon Coleman and Amari Cooper were not playing against Indy. So if they're back healthy, then he probably doesn't get the same amount of productions. I would probably lean Najee.
Oh, but I don't know, man. I just feel like Bill.
Why did you ask me the question?
Because
If you
there's back and forth in a conversation. I'm not just gonna be like, okay, okay, that's it.
I
That's
gave
all
you.
I have.
Then if Amari Cooper and Keon Coleman are there, then play Shakir.
I mean,
But if they are, I would play Najee.
I think I want to play Shakir regardless because Bills Chiefs is always a show, man.
Okay,
Yeah, that's it.
sure. Well, then do that. Then you know what? You do that.
I feel like Shakir, his chances of having a big day are much higher than Najee Harris's, especially in a PPR league. You know that they're going to be slinging it around. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be big things happening.
I mean, sure.
Najee
But
will be average.
okay, but that's the thing. If you're playing Khalil Shakir on a team that already has two wide receivers that it would be playing that are probably going to get more targets, why would you not just start Najee, who's a number one back in an offense that's ascending?
Because he's going to be like it's like, I know I'm going to get 10 points minimum from Najee and like 13 points max. You know, this guy is kind of mid. Khalil Shakir.
That what happened last time? That what happened last week?
Yeah, he got 11 points for me in fantasy.
Okay, what happened week 4?
He had two 20-point games in a row.
Oh, okay. So we're not gonna start Najee.
Yeah, I mean, how's Baltimore's run defense? Is it good?
I mean, it's like fine,
It's
but
like
again, like,
fine.
but you're basing okay. You're also basing the fact that Kansas City and Bills is always a shootout. But you're like, how is Khalil Shakir going to be guaranteed the one to benefit from that? Like with Najee, you're going to get a set amount of touches for sure. With Shakir, like you're basically asking, do you want your floor, like you want your floor higher, or you want your ceiling higher?
I want my ceiling higher, honestly.
Right, but your floor is going to be lower. That's the thing you make the trade for,
Well,
especially
yeah.
if Amari Cooper and Keon Coleman play this week.
But I mean, Khalil Shakir has only in our PPR league gotten less than double-digit points in 1 week all year.
And what week was that?
Week 3.
Okay, so then play Shakir.
Yeah, I'm playing Shakir. Ha!
What then? What? Okay. Okay. If Najee drops more, then you owe me an apology.
No, I don't.
Yeah. Well, you owe yourself an apology because when you lose,
All right, well, when I win the league, you owe me an apology for doubting me.
No. No, I do not.
You
That's
totally do.
different.
How's that
I doubt
different?
you.
You'd be
See,
like,
because
oh, I'm
you
so
need hate.
sorry. I don't know
You
why I
need
ever.
every winner needs haters. Every winner needs haters.
That is
So,
true. That is
You're
true.
welcome.
All right. Are we? Let's talk about Eagles Commanders.
I thought we were gonna do the other things, and then that we're gonna wrap up with. But we can. That's on slide 5. If you want to go to that.
Oh, okay. Word. Well, all right. What was next on your menu, Philip White?
I thought we were gonna do. Well, it was your thing. You wanted to do the tat thing.
Oh yeah. So I texted you about that idea, and then I started looking at tattoos, and it was like, I don't know. It was like either really stupid tattoos or actually good tattoos, and it didn't seem like there would be much of an in between. I don't think I gave myself enough time to really ball out.
Get a load of this
Look,
guy.
man, I downloaded like 2 pictures of tattoos. I'll pull it up. I'll pull it up.
No, 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 no. It's a bad idea.
No, check this
Make
out. Check
a.
this out. Check this out. What the
What
heck is
exactly
going
am I
on
gonna be
here?
looking at?
I
Dude
don't know.
is
I don't
like,
know where
oh,
my pictures went.
tattoos. Nope. Bad idea.
Don't.
I mean, isn't a tattoo
Don't.
supposed to be like a subjective thing anyway? Like, I guess there are like rare instances where there are like really crummy and bad tattoos,
Uh-huh.
but most tattoos are gotten because it's like a personal connection or it's like I like this thing so I'm getting it tatted on my body.
Dude, I don't
That's
know
what
where
it
the heck
is.
my pictures went. I don't know where the heck my pictures went, man. All right, wait.
You never had any. That's
No,
that's
I
the twist.
totally did. I totally did. I downloaded a couple. No, I
Uh-huh.
gotta get these. I gotta get these.
I'm about to play Jeopardy music right now. Do 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 do
Hey,
do 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 do
you
do do
better
do
be
do do.
patient. Hey, hey. Dude, I know I downloaded these. Some of them were web page files. Some of them were other things. Some of them were whatever. Oh, camera roll, perhaps. Nope. Nope. Wait. I know what to do. I know what to do. Let's just go into my history real quick, dude. Going into my internet history on live is that's
It's a little
murky
weird.
waters. That's
Yeah, I
murky
don't know
waters.
what you're doing, dude.
I'm
Dude, why are
showing
you
you the
now
tattoos that I
you
looked
already
up.
said this was a bad bit. I was like, okay, fair enough, and then you committed to the bad bit. Like,
I mean,
huh?
the show must go on.
Dude, you're catching sand, man. You're catching sand.
What is sand? Well, I know. What do you mean I'm catching sand?
What is sand? You see, it's a little particle. Catching sand
No
is there's these
way.
guys that like make quotes, so I'm gonna start using them because I liked catching sand. What catching sand is let's say like you make a joke and then it wasn't that funny, and then you try to keep making the joke funny, It's like not letting go of the moment. Like this is a
Mm.
bad. Like it's like so you're like in an hourglass catching sand. You know.
Neat.
So
Yeah.
you're kind of catching sand right now, dude.
All right, cool. Well,
Yeah, I gotta be
before we move on, we're gonna catch a little bit more sand and look at this horrible Tom York
real.
tattoo.
Is that a what even is it?
So Tom York, I don't know, maybe he has a screwed up eye or something, or maybe they just felt like giving Tom York a bionic eye that was also his nipple. I don't know what's
Oh,
going
that's
on in
his
this picture on the right.
nipple. Oh my gosh!
Oh yeah,
I thought it was like a weird, like he was bleeding or something. Like he had a weird cut. That's his nipple.
yeah.
Oh no, I don't want to see it more. Not interested in that. Oh, that's just like imagine. Okay, this is a
Yeah, that's
dude,
why
right? Let's say
this
he's
is a bad bit. A lot of these are just ridiculous.
okay. That one's kind of funny. That one I can see as
Yeah.
being hysterical, but I would never want that, dude. Is that just? Is that even? I think that's just on his.
Yeah, that's on his
His.
shoulder. That's like one of the people that have like the Wolverine
Oh.
thing going on.
Oh, okay. I thought it was his armpit hair, but then I realized that's not his armpit. That's a shoulder.
Yeah, it's his shoulder.
But dude, like that one is sort of funny. The one with the friggin' Tom York is this is what this is. Imagine like you're a person, right? And you're out like at a bar and you run into someone that you're attracted to and you're like, "Hey, you want to come back to my place?" You take off your shirt, and that's the first thing they see. They're walking right out. Absolutely not.
That
That is terrible.
That is very true. Like, oh my
Like,
gosh.
dude, that would haunt. You would be scarred. You would scar a person.
I think it
You
would be harder to get women to stay around once you've gotten close enough with them to like take your shirt off and then actually pulling women to begin with. Like it would be easier to get to that point.
But like, imagine going to the beach and you just have a Tom York face with one of the eyes as a nipple. Every single person that walks by you on the beach is gonna look at you and like,
Yeah, you're gonna be like, what is that guy wearing? What does that guy
what
have on
is
his chest?
why? Like, oh gosh, like it reminds me of oh gosh, like when Sal from Practical Jokers got the tattoo of Jaden Smith on his leg. Like that's Will Smith's son, way too close to your bathing suit area. Nah, nah, dude.
Speaking of tattoos close to your bathing suit area, burn dairy tattoo, man. I stand on it.
Show them the logo.
Yeah,
Show
yeah.
the logo of Burn Dairy. This is
Burn dairy logo.
again
Bing boom bing. Check it out.
why
With the little smiling cow. Oh my god, that'd be so awesome.
the smiling cow I could maybe see, but the
But like
whole
the
logo,
whole shebang.
it's saying
Man.
Burn Dairy.
Yep.
You
Yep.
gonna
Dude, the chocolate
dude?
milk unmatched.
No.
The ice cream sandwiches, you know, the mint chocolate ice cream sandwiches. The
If you
the
get
personal connection that I have to it.
all right,
Harry's gonna get one too.
I will not. I will not be joining you guys in that endeavor.
Come on.
No, I'm not a tattoo guy.
Just in general, like no tattoos,
general?
period.
I'm not a fan of Well, I'm not a fan. I'm okay if other people have tattoos. I'm more of a thing of I don't want tattoos on my body.
I mean, yeah, I could see myself just not getting tattoos. Like it's something that I say I'll get a lot. Like one time I was actually going to get a tattoo and then my car started shooting the bed. Pardon my French. But I started having car problems last time out. Like basically the only time I was actually ready to get a tattoo. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know when I'll get a tattoo. Or if I will, but if I do, it will be a Burn Dairy tattoo.
I mean, fair enough.
I don't know.
Unless you're
Actually, it could
committed.
be anything. But yeah, it's fire, man. Drop in the comments if I should get a Burn Dairy tattoo and if Phil should get one.
Guys,
Also,
he definitely
like-
shouldn't get a Burn Dairy tattoo.
Like this video right now. If you're watching,
I'm not getting a Burn Dairy tattoo. I don't care what that like goal hits. I'm not Not getting it.
Man,
Not getting it. You guys still like the video though, but I'm not getting a tattoo.
why
All
not
right.
though?
I just told you.
Other
Not a fan
than,
of tattoos.
but like, why?
Does it need a reason?
Yeah, kinda. I mean, I
Really?
kind of don't like when people say they don't like something, then I ask why, and then they say I just don't like it, and it's like, no, there's got to be, and
That's a valid reason.
there is a reasoning for everything. If you don't like
Not
something,
true.
there's a
Not
reasoning for
true.
that. Yeah, yeah,
It's straight up
it's
not
totally
true.
true. It's totally true. Ask me why I don't like something you know I don't like.
I don't know why. I can't think of anything on the spot, man.
It's true.
Why don't
I don't not like a
why
lot
don't you
of
like
things.
why don't you like the Chiefs, man? Why do you like the Chiefs?
Why don't I like the Chiefs? Because they're fucking suckers, man. Oh, my bad, my bad.
Oh my gosh, it was too easy to beat you on that one. We're gonna have a swear
no.
jar.
Yeah, we should have a swear jar. That would make it easier for me to clean up my act on the show. But because the Chiefs are just losers, and they are.
But they're winners. They're 9-0. That's
Yeah,
not a
because they're
valid reason.
annoying. Because Patrick Mahomes is a hot dogger.
Why are they annoying?
Andy Reid looks like he's rude to the gas station cashier. Like
Why?
Because of his mustache,
Why?
and he's rude, and I mean he
People
looks
with
like he would be
mustaches are rude?
Well, not all the time, but like come
People
on.
who look like
at the
Andy
guy.
Reid are rude?
Look at the guy. Look at the guy. Come
What do you
on.
mean?
He
Well,
looks like
what do
a
you mean?
jerk. He
I've seen
looks
him.
like he would be rude to the gas station cashier, and
Oh,
he
why?
probably he looks racist.
Oh, just because he looks up? Well, that's
I mean,
not.
he's
That's
probably
not a
not
valid reason.
racist because he's the head
Why
coach
is
of
that
a
any
football
different?
team, which a lot of people from different walks of life go on there. But Andy Reid looks like he's
Why is that
rude to
any
the
different?
gas station cashier
But why?
because of
'cause
the
he
way
looks
he
that way?
looks.
So why do you have that? Why do you have
Because
that
of his facial
understanding of
expression.
people?
Because of his facial expression. And
Okay.
his stature. Also, the
Am I rude to the
Nuggies
gas
bit is tired. The Nuggies bit is tired.
I
Oh, I
the
like
Nuggies bit.
cheeseburgers. I like cheeseburgers. I'm so cool. Me, 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 me. It's like, dude,
Man,
we've been
I'd
doing this
rather
for years.
honestly,
We've been doing this for years,
honestly,
dude. Find
bring
a
me
new
back.
bit, Andy.
Bring me back because I don't want to see any more nationwide Peyton commercials. I
That's
don't.
true. That's true.
That's the worst one. Peyton.
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 That one is
Peyton.
freaking
It's
horrible.
terrible.
It was not funny the first time it came on, and they're
And it's
running it like
everywhere.
it's the best thing ever.
It's the funniest thing ever, dude. Peyton. Peyton.
That's so
Peyton.
funny. It sounds kind of like Peyton. Me every time the ad comes on, guys, stop! The ad's on.
Like what's the other one? The T-Mobile ad with Kai Cenat and Snoop
Oh
Dogg.
my
Have you seen
god,
that one was so like seeing that has felt surreal.
That-
like it was funny because of how bad it was.
that ad. Honestly, the Peyton ad is bad because I mean it wasn't that good to begin with, but like it's become worse because of how many times they've run it. That T-Mobile Snoop Dogg Kai Cenat ad is brain rot. Like that ad. It is so bad. None of it makes sense. It's like they try to make a joke when there isn't one. Like, why did they have like you have Patrick Mahomes run into the T-Mobile shop, and then Snoop Dogg's like, Patrick Mahomes is running into the iPhone shop. What do you think about this, Kai? And then Kai's like, he's running after that like an ice cream truck. And it's like, holy crap, guys.
I don't even know the dialogue. I just remember seeing it.
Holy
I just don't remember.
It's like, this is the best we can do, guys. Really? Like, imagine. One thing I like to think about when I see any bad ad like those is like, imagine like one of the advertising writers or whatever pitching this to their boss. He's like, all right, boss. So we're going to get we're going to get Patrick Mahomes running into an iPhone shop. And then we get Snoop Dogg and Kai Cenat just commentating it. And Kai Cenat says he's running after the phone like an ice cream truck.
I think pitching it
like,
I think pitching it with that intensity makes it sound better though. Like it sounds great. Like yeah, that was a great pitch. You did awesome.
oh, thank you.
Oh
No,
my
that
god.
ad is just oh Christ on a broomstick, man. It is bring back the E-Trade babies. Bring back all the ads from the early 2010s.
All of them?
Pretty
Every
much.
single one?
Pretty
That's
much.
crazy. No, there are some ads that as like I don't know, a kid born in the what, in like 2002, you have you ever been on like Cartoon Network? Like you'd watch on a Sunday. I was a big watching Cartoon Network or like Nickelodeon or whatever. There was one ad for like a list of like CDs by this one singer that would always play. I think it was like the Shirley Temple DVD collection. Did you ever get those
Animal
ads?
crackers in
Crackers
my
in my
soup.
soup.
Yep.
Monkeys and rabbits loop the loop. And it's like that was the first commercial that I actually hated. I
That song
hated
was a
that.
banger. I remember I'd sing along.
That commercial sucked because not only was it always playing, it lasted like a full 2 minutes
Oh yeah,
for something I was never gonna buy.
yeah, it's kind of wild. They were really selling the hell out of that Shirley Temple CD, man.
And I was like, why? What? Who bought that? A, who bought it? B, why? And C, after you bought it, did you really want to keep seeing the commercial over and over and over and over again? No. No, you did not. You did not want to keep seeing it. Ugh. It was the worst part. Every time I wanted to watch cartoons and I'd go like, ugh, I had to watch that. It was gross.
I remember I didn't mind that ad for some reason.
Every time. We
Didn't mind
watching
it.
like Monday through Friday, all on the weekends. Every time I'm watching my show, it was the first. It was almost always the first one, and if it wasn't the first one, it was the last one of the segment. Ugh.
E-Trade baby ads were fire. I don't know why I can't think of any other genuinely funny ads, but they were just generally better back in the day. Car ads are
Yeah.
painful.
Ah,
But
Billy Fusillo.
oh, I miss that guy. Is he still alive?
Probably, I assume. I don't think he was that old.
Let me see. Let me look it up. Billy Fusillo.
Oh no, he passed 3 years ago.
What? No.
Yep. He passed away June 17th, 2020. Rest in peace, Billy Fusillo.
Damn. Rest in peace, Billy. What the hell? Oh.
No more huge savings.
Damn,
Thanks,
bro.
64. That's tough.
Pour one out for
Pour one out for Billy.
dang. Man, that actually made me a little sad.
Yeah, I'm gonna be sad. No, I'll take it off. We'll be like sad for like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Moment of silence. Thank you, Billy.
Thank you, Billy.
Thank you for those huge savings. And in your honor, we're gonna talk about fast food.
Indeed.
All right, so we said fast food like ranking. Are we doing like specific items or are we doing chains? Because I feel like those are two different questions. Two very different questions.
Oh, we'll do chains. I think chains would give us
So chains as a whole. Okay.
I think we've both eaten at a total of 10 different fast food places, like each.
Yeah. So do we want to like? So how are we doing this? Is it snake draft? Is it like
Yeah, well,
head flip?
Snake
I feel
draft.
like
Oh,
I don't know. Snake draft with two people feels kind of goofy. I just say we flip a coin and say who goes first, and then if you get second pick, you just gotta work with what you got.
yeah, I like that. Heads or tails, Philip White?
Whoa, do it! I don't trust your phone. Do it in
I'm
the
doing it
do it
on
in the
Siri.
window.
I'm doing it on Siri.
Nope, we're not doing it on Siri. We're doing it right here on Google. You're gonna ask Google to flip a coin, and I'm calling tails.
All right.
You can also choose, by the way, if you win the coin toss to go first or second. I feel like that's fair. Tails.
Hey!
Best out of three. Best out of three.
No, that's not how this works. I'm going.
Fine.
All right.
Are you going first?
Up, Give
Hold on,
me.
switch to the screen, dude. Come on. Do you have at least some fast food screens running in your stomach?
Oh
Gotta be
yeah,
thinking.
yeah, yeah. You're right. You're right. You're right. Bing, Bing, Bing.
All right.
Okay. Oh my God. You know how long I waited for this? All right.
Okay.
First up, in the first overall selection in the draft, you got to give me Chick-fil-A. I mean,
Yeah,
they
that's
they're unmatched. I
whack. I wanted
love their
Chick-fil-A.
summer peach milkshakes, man. Oh my God. I unfortunately
They
was not able
are.
to get one this year because I was not near a Chick-fil-A. But
Dang, dude. Chick-fil-A #1 hurts. That's why I really wanted to go #1 because I was obviously gonna take. After. All right. I think in this. All right. So that's #1. Who's #2? Who? There's no. Because this is the thing. I feel like for me, it's like Chick-fil-A's clear #1. #2 isn't so clear.
I've got a clear number two.
You do.
Yep.
See, because I feel like in my number if I'm going #1 of out of all places for fast food,
Pizza chains count
all
too.
that's okay. Is that where your head was at? I do have to pick
That's
a
not
pizza
where my head
chain.
was at, but it does open up more avenues.
Yeah, I do have to pick out a pizza chain at some point. I think my #2, and this is, gosh, who I want to take. I feel like isn't a #1 though. You know what? I think I'm gonna do it because I need quality stuff. I'm going Wendy's. I'm
Fuck!
taking Wendy's.
Ah, pardon my French.
Let's go! I knew it. I
Ah!
knew you
Dude, if I was gonna get the
picking
Chick-fil-A
that.
Wendy's
I
combo,
didn't. I didn't. But I think Wendy's spicy chicken sandwich. They got their hot pocket fries. The Wendy's Baconator. Wendy's
spicy
had to be
chicken
too.
sandwich, spicy chicken
Spicy chicken
sandwich.
sandwich. Spicy chicken sandwich. Spicy
Oh,
chicken
damn,
sandwich.
man.
Dang.
Oh,
I gotta lock in because I took too long with that. I gotta really pick some
Wendy's. If
bangers.
if I was you really saved this draft. You really saved the competition, the even distribution of
Wendy's is
talent in
good
this
flavor.
league with that pick. Because if I
Wendy's
was
is
able
good
to
flavor.
pair Chick-fil-A with Wendy's, oh my gosh. All right, I think
Yeah.
with the next one, gotta go, gotta go McDonald's. I mean, their fries are the best out. Um, and I mean,
Yeah.
their burgers always make me feel like garbage. But a little McChicken or a double quarter pounder with bacon and cheese once in a great while, just to really put your heart to the test.
Mhm.
It's fun stuff.
Undoubtedly. Well, I think you fumbled a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, listen, I think that's a McDonald's is a great, solid chain, but I also think it is for just the fries. I feel like that's mostly what you're taking it for the fries and what used to be cheap, but it's not so cheap anymore.
Yeah, but we're going off flavor. No fast food's really cheap
Flavor.
anymore. Wendy's is expensive as a mother sucker.
I guess so. Then in that case, let me go my #2. I'm taking. I mean, how am I not taking Chipotle at 2? Chipotle.
Oh wait, no. Oh, I'm about to do you one better. You know what?
Well, hold on.
I'm
No,
glad
no,
you
no. I
took.
took Chipotle. I took Chipotle. I think it's better than Taco Bell. I think it's the top for the Mexican food chain. I think it's. I gotta take it.
I didn't
I gotta
even know
round up
that
my
was.
roster.
I didn't even know that was in our league. That was a great selection there. But I'm about to do you
Yeah.
one better, Philip White. Want to know why?
Oh, you
What?
won. Oh,
Want to
okay.
know what
Let
this
me
is?
hear it. All right, go.
Moe's, baby. Moe's.
Oh,
Because
get out of
because
here.
Chipotle's menu options are so thin. They have like chicken and rice and that's it. And you walk into
It's better
Chipotle
food.
and they're like, "What you want?" And I'm like, "What do you mean? You have two items. Give me them both." Like
I don't
Moe's
know,
has
dude.
options. I love Moe's.
Listen, I know people complain about the portion size of Chipotle. I have the end of every Chipotle I've been to. They give me the perfect portion sizes.
I mean, Chipotle just sucks, dude. I mean,
That's
actually,
just
well,
you're
actually, no.
just a hater.
From a taste standpoint, yeah, Chipotle's fine. It's about the same as Moe's, if we're being honest. from a taste standpoint. But I'm not gonna lie, I was always a Moe's guy. I didn't have Chipotle at all in my entire life until I was like 21 and I'm 23. The dude, I remember we were ordering Chipotle online one time, and this girl handed me her phone to look at the menu, and it was the most depressing thing ever. I was like, where are the green peppers? Where can I order the green peppers? Where, like, all these other things. I swear they just have like chicken and rice and cheese at Chipotle. It's like Moe's, baby.
All right, you get your. Well, I can't. You know what? Because of you taking Chick-fil-A 1 and me rolling 2, I get to grab my 3. And at my 3, I'm getting the only chicken sandwich that's close to competing with Chick-fil-A's. I get Popeyes at 3.
That's a solid pick. More than solid. That's a good pick. Yeah, I would have had the chicken monopoly if you didn't snag Popeyes.
Yeah, but well, would you have taken it though? Would you really have taken it? Would you have taken it?
Maybe.
Would you have?
I probably maybe later on, but you know what I'm gonna go with right now?
Okay.
Pizza Hut.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay.
The cinnamon sticks. The pan pizza. The inventor of the pan pizza, by the way, Pizza Hut. Oh man, I remember getting those personal pan pizzas from reading my books in elementary school. Oh my god.
Man,
They
you
were fantastic.
can cook with, Pizza Hut's I guess, you know what? Pizza Hut is a solid option. But I'm gonna go into my pizza place of choosing. And I think when I say what I'm gonna say, I'm not sure what you'll say, but I've had this like 4 or 5 times, and every single time it is not disappointed. Give me Papa John's. Papa John's.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, you're seething right now.
I am
I can
not
hear you
seething.
seething. I'm glad. I think I got the better pizza personally.
Nah. I mean, dude, Pizza Hut is just fantastic, man. I don't know. I'm not gonna try and upset. We've all had Pizza Hut before.
Don't gas
I'm not gonna act like
too
Pizza Hut is like the best thing since sliced bread. But I don't know. They're pizza chains. All right. So before we get into our 5th and final pick, let's review. I have. Oh God, what did I take? Chick-fil-A, McDonald's.
Doesn't even know his own picks. That's
Why can't I
crazy.
remember?
That's crazy.
Chick-fil-A.
I know what I have.
McDonald's. I know I just took Pizza Hut. What was my 3rd pick? Oh yeah, Moe's. All right, so Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, Moe's, Pizza Hut.
And I have Wendy's. I took Popeyes. Oh shoot, I was about to clown you for forgetting your picks. Now I'm forgetting my picks. Chipotle, Popeyes, Chipotle, Wendy's, Papa John's.
All right, so Wendy's, Popeyes, Chipotle, Papa John's.
Yep.
All right,
You get your 5th. You get your 5.
My 5th and final pick. Oh man, give me Dairy Queen.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Not bad. Blizzards are good.
Their
I do like
blizzards
some
are
blizzards.
Fantastic. I love a good
Not
blizzard.
a bad pick. So, all right, he's taking the blizzard. I feel like I've rounded myself out pretty well, but you know what we're missing is, and I'm not picking it, but we're missing the Subway, the peak Subway.
Oh dang, that was a snap.
And I am rolling with not Subway, but Jersey Mike's.
Interesting. Not Firehouse subs.
I could go Firehouse. The reason why I'm not gonna go pick it is because I technically only had it once. I've had Jersey Mike's more. I think Firehouse was amazing, but in all fairness, I'm gonna take Jersey Mike's just because I've only had Firehouse once. I would say I should only be able to select it about like 2, 3, or 4 more times. Then I would have officially taken it, but I could, I guess, taken Firehouse. I guess it doesn't really. I'll roll with Jersey Mike's just to make the drafts more easy because, easier to judge.
So
I feel like.
Let's write these out real quick. So you took.
Actually, you know what?
These.
I retract it. I'm taking Firehouse.
Oh, okay, you're taking Firehouse. They only do
I
hot
am.
subs. They only do hot subs, but I love like that's Firehouse is my personal favorite chain sub shop. They come with the bangers.
They do. I was thinking about it, and I'm like, you know what? That Firehouse sub that I had was probably better than like most of the Jersey Mike's ones that I've had. Just I've had Jersey Mike's more. I still like it, but I
Hmm.
will roll Firehouse as my sub shop of choice.
Moe's. All right, so three. So Wendy's, Chipotle, Papa John's,
Papa John's.
Pizza Hut. I really should have done this while we were doing this. What were your fourth and fifth picks?
I had Popeyes at some point.
Oh yeah,
I
Popeyes,
think
and
I Popeyes.
then
I technically took Popeyes third, and then I think I took Papa John's after you. Because I remember you picked pizza first.
oh
Just order wise, you know.
yeah. Wait a minute.
That one's a fascinating one.
All right, so I did Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, Moe's, Pizza Hut, and then oh yeah, then Dairy Queen,
Yeah.
and then
Dairy Queen felt like I don't know.
Dairy
I like
Queen,
my
had to-
draft. That's what I'm saying.
I had to get unorthodox. I had to bring the sweetness in there, man. Some
He does have the
quality
dessert
sweets.
advantage. McDonald's it too, though.
McDonald's, their
Does it
fries.
really
I've
need
got
to?
the best chicken sandwich, the best fries, in my opinion.
Do you have the best? You didn't. Okay, the best chicken sandwich. Oh, I have the second best chicken sandwich
That
from
is
Popeyes
true.
by far. Pizza, Papa John's, Pizza Hut, debatable. Chipotle, Moe's, debatable. I think Chipotle is higher quality. Wendy's, I have a Baconator, dude. I have burgers. Where are your burgers, dude? Your
That
burgers
is
are
true.
lacking.
I'm kind of weak in the burger category, but you don't need more than one burger, and a McDonald's burger is kind of industry standard. But it's
I got the burger and I got the subs with Firehouse.
yeah. Let's blow this up in the full screen. I mean, who won? Who's next?
Next, you decide. Both solid drafts. I'm not disappointed with how we did.
Indeed.
I don't know. I'm trying to think what we would have missed. It would have been like a big one that we could have missed that should have made it. I'm wondering.
I mean, I feel
I'm
like
looking.
all In-N-Out Burger and Raising Cane's fans are like, "How are you not going to put that on the list?"
Well, I've never
Yeah,
I've never had
it before.
Cane's or In-N-Out, so yeah, I'd have to try it first before I can judge it.
We're in
But,
the Northeast.
I mean that's definitely fair. What's the other one? I think there's one like Florida that's good. It's blue.
I'm pretty sure
I don't
that's
remember its
Raising
name.
Cane's.
No, Raising
Or
Cane's is
White
red. There's like a
Castle?
blue one. No, it's like I think it starts with a C maybe.
Okay, I'll just bring it back to the.
I guess I could look it
Oh,
up. here.
Culver's. Culver's.
Culver's, that's the one.
Yeah, we had a Culver's in
Heard
Charlotte.
that's
It was
good.
all right.
I've heard that's good. I don't know, but I haven't had it either. So
I thought it was pretty good. But honestly, I remember when I had
Or
an
like
In-N-Out Burger
bag-
when I was like 14 when my family took a vacation to California. It was pretty darn good.
pretty darn good, pretty darn tootin' good. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm looking at like the other like things that existed.
Oh,
and I'm like,
dude.
man,
You know, one that we have been to before that we could have obviously missed, but I don't know. The price might not justify it.
is it Cookout?
Five Guys.
Nah, I don't think the price justifies putting Five Guys on this list. Five Guys is like extremely expensive. It's definitely
so
the best
pricey.
smash burger, but it's way too much money.
Yeah, it's so pricey. It's wild.
People still get it though. It's good. Like it's good, but I'm not justifying it for the price. I'd rather much have a, if I'm like picking between a burger, I'd rather go with the Baconator than I would with a traditional Five Guys burger. Generally speaking. But there are days where like this is the thing with fast food, there are days where like if you're ordering fast food, you want to go to a fast food place that is reputable, but there's some days that you're feeling a fast food chain over another. That's my philosophy. Some days I will feel like I would rather go to McDonald's than Wendy's, even though I rank Wendy's in higher regard and flavor, like flavorful food.
Yeah.
But there will be days where I will want McDonald's. I will regret it regardless, but I will still eat it.
You'll still want the McDonald's every now and then, yeah.
Exactly, dude. Exactly.
Well, yeah. Who won? Who's got the better team? Let us
Yeah,
know.
and let us know what other little drafts we should do with stuff, because I think we could do bad plays in the NFL. We could do QBs. We could do pretty much
Ooh, a
anything.
quarterback
Pretty much
draft would be sick. That would go hard.
quarterback draft, like an NBA
We
draft.
could
We
do
could
like
do.
an actual NBA draft with starting fives, like all time, and that would be
eh,
wild.
we could have a team. We could do drafts for teams. Like we could pick like a team and then go like you can only pick Lakers, all-time Lakers draft right now.
Yeah, that'll be a good one.
That'd be a good one. We could get in the bag with that.
Yeah, that might be a new primetime podcast tradition.
I'd be down. Be down to have some little drafts.
Dude.
Should we close things out? I think we want to wrap it up Thursday night football because this is
Yes, yes, yes.
Peter.
This is such a banger, man. I'm very excited. Um, so yeah, take the lead on this one, Philip White, because I
The
know I know you watched a ton of the
Commanders and
Commanders.
Eagles. Yeah, I watched a lot of them this past weekend. I think this weekend was probably the first time Jaden Daniels looked rookie-esque. Because for the most part, he has not looked like a rookie quarterback. He's looked like he's already adapted very well. Pittsburgh was able to get after him and do a little bit of work. If anybody could do it, it would be Philadelphia with their front. Jalen Hurts and the Eagles, they started 2-2. People were questioning Sirianni, but winning quiets all crowds, generally speaking, except for people who hate the Chiefs. But when we're talking about the Eagles, they've been, I believe they are 7 and are they 7? Let me check their record. I believe they are 7-2. They have won their last. If they're 7-2, they've won their last 5 games. That in itself is impressive. And with the Commanders' loss to Pittsburgh, Philadelphia now has vaulted into the 2 seed, and I think whoever basically wins this starts to grasp some real control of the division. I'm very excited to see this game tonight. It's going to be AJ Brown, it's going to be Devontae Smith, it's going to be Saquon Barkley, and Terry McLaurin, and Brian. Hopefully Brian Robinson is back for
He
watching. But for
is.
watching, that was
I
a
mean, actually,
tough
this
loss.
list says questionable.
Well, it's a tough loss, right? Because you lose to Pittsburgh. Now you got a short week to play the Eagles on the road, who just dominated Dallas. And again, when Eagles have now vaulted to the 2 seed, you have the Commanders who've fallen out of the 6 seed. And I mean, granted, they're still very much in the thick of things. They're still very much in the playoff picture.
Is he in the thick of it?
But I think for a Philadelphia Eagles team that has played the way they have, I would be a little concerned for Jaden Daniels, especially with how he struggled at times against Pittsburgh last week.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you got nothing. You got nothing else. You got nothing to add, Mister over there. Real quiet, huh?
Yeah, I think Jaden looks pretty rookie-esque. I know Saquon had a down week last week, but that wasn't very necessary, was it? The Eagles won their game. Yeah, they blew out the Cowboys.
Yeah, exactly. AJ Brown, I think, went over 100 yards. He had quite the day.
Yep.
But Jalen Hurts, these last 5 games, has only 1 interception. So when you're talking about not turning the ball over, that was something that we talked about early in the year when they went to Green Bay, where
I went to Brazil and he
Jalen-
turned it over a bunch.
yeah. And now that you're looking at these recent streak of wins, a huge part of that is Jalen hasn't turned it over. Granted, I think this week was probably the most times he's been sacked since Tampa. I think he was sacked 5 times. Because it says here he's sacked 5 times this week. So last time, 6 against Tampa. I think protecting Jalen Hurts and just making sure that they hold on to the ball. I don't think Jalen Hurts needs to be really, I mean, if you look at Jalen Hurts' passing statistics, he hasn't been a world beater. And if anything, he's looked fairly, I'm sure he's made some nice throws. I haven't been able to catch all of the Philly games. But when you look at, I mean, no game below 6 since losing to Tampa in their 5-game win streak, Jalen Hurts has completed 64% or more of his passes. His passer rating has never been less than 115, and that was last week. So Jalen Hurts, with all due respect, is playing some high-quality football. He's not turning the ball over. He's getting into his playmakers. I mean, his rushing touchdowns are still through the roof. I mean, how many touchdowns did he have in the last 5 weeks? Let me count. 6, 8, 10.
Count them. Count it up.
14.
Count it up.
In his last 5 games, 16 total touchdowns, 1 interception.
Dang.
So you're looking at, I mean, that's pretty good. You can chalk it up to maybe their quality of play hasn't been like the quality of the one thing that does concern you when you look at these 5 teams is they're against Cleveland, the New York Giants, the Cincinnati Bengals, the Jacksonville Jaguars, and the Dallas Cowboys. None of those teams of which have winning records. So I think this is the biggest test so far for the Philadelphia Eagles. I think this is a big game for them. It's a big game for Washington. It's got huge implications. I am excited to see which team, because I think whichever team emerges, I think we're immediately going to trust significantly more than we have all season.
Yeah, the narrative around either of these teams, whoever wins this game is going to get a lot of clout for it.
Yeah.
I'm thinking. Well, before I give you my actual pick, one thing I've noticed is I think they're having Jalen Hurts throw the ball less. I don't know, like a lot of times, like in these recent games when he's not throwing as many interceptions, is he'll be like 18 for 24, which given is still a much higher percentage than when he was turning the ball over a lot. But I feel like he threw it. How many times did he throw the ball when he was playing in Brazil in those first couple weeks?
34.
34?
34 against Packers, yeah.
Yeah. They're probably leaning on Saquon more. Definitely.
But I mean, they should.
Yeah. Man, so the Commanders find themselves at what, 6-3?
They're no, I thought they were they're 7-3.
7-3, okay.
They have another buyout.
And the Eagles find themselves at 7-2, right?
That is correct.
Yeah.
That is indeed the case.
Who do you have in this one, Philip White?
You asking me, huh? Wow,
Yeah.
I don't know. I like both of these teams. I think they're very there's a lot of intrigue on both sides. I am going to roll with. This is tough because I really honestly just wanted you to make your pick.
Yeah.
That being said, oh well, boo-hoo. Boo-hoo. I've gone first way more when picking. Let's be honest. Let me see.
I think whoever's ahead in pick percentage should go first. Because they're the... Oh, did we lose Philip White? Will we get his pick?
I have the Eagles. I'm rolling
You're going with the
Philadelphia.
Eagles?
What? Do you know?
You're going with the
I'm
Eagles?
rolling Philadelphia Eagles. I think Washington, they played well against they struggled against Pittsburgh. Philadelphia dominated at Dallas. They're going to be coming on a short week. They're going to get Saquon more touches. I think Jalen Hurts is just going to be able to look, Russell Wilson was able to pick apart that defense. I think the Eagles overall have a better offensive line. It's going to be difficult for the Commanders to consistently generate pass rush. I'm going to roll with the Eagles. Yeah.
Thinking here. Give me... I want to be contrarian. I have to get 2 games right that you don't this week, but I also am thinking the Eagles. And it's tough because if we both get it wrong, there's no risk. But if I go against the grain and get it wrong, that's another game I have to make up for. You know what? Give me the Commanders. Give me the Commanders, yeah. Brian Robinson is questionable. And, if I get it wrong, I'll just go into Sunday looking to make a name for myself. And if I get it right, I'll go into Sunday looking to build on the amazing start to the week. Philip White just popped a perk.
Icebreakers. Wait in a second. Yes, please.
Who's that?
Santiago just offered me a quesadilla.
Oh,
which I will happily take.
Hell yeah. I would love a quesadilla.
Oh, well, cool. They'll be gone in less than 2 hours, so.
No.
Oh,
I'm on my way.
We'll see if Taft can, start to get a win streak going. See if he can climb back in the picks race. Outside of that, look, This is what it is. He's got to pick against me. It's the way of the world. It's what happens when you're playing from behind.
Dude, if he didn't go 14-1 in week 1, it would be a totally different landscape.
I want you to know that every single week we either have the same amount of picks correct or I have more. Like, I'm just saying. Like, it's not just that I went 14-2.
Dude, kind of is.
I've been consistent.
It would be like a 1% game and not a 4% or whatever it is now since last Sunday.
But you
if not for
didn't
your
go for it.
cheesery. It's
not
cheesery.
cheesery.
So cheesery. Yeah.
How? Because I was good picking games?
There's a good bit of luck picking games coming into week 1, man. You don't know how these teams are going to look. Yeah, you have no idea how these teams are going to look, man.
I must have had some amount because I went 14-2.
Luck. Just like Steph Curry. Just really lucky.
I really don't. I don't see how that's a good comparison at all.
Because Steph Curry is just really lucky. Oh, we lost you, Philip White. Is that how we end this episode? I think that's how we end this episode. I'm going to give Philip White 10 seconds. 10, 9.
The one time...
He's back. Hello? Hello? Philip White? Okay. All right, fellas. That marks the end of this episode of the Primetime Podcast. Pretty sure that's our 9th, 10th episode. I'm unsure. But thank you for watching. Go Commanders. Go. Oh, he's back. He's back.
Oh, yeah. What'd you say about me, huh?
Oh, I was just talking about how great you are and how you'd never go 0 for 16 next Sunday to end up owing me drinks at the bar. And he's gone again, dude. He's gone again. He just disconnected, bro. This guy's a goof. All right. Have a good night, people. We will see you next week and this Sunday. Oh, and I'm interviewing Maymung tomorrow, so make sure to check that out. He's a musician from Cali. He just dropped his album called Maymung Sucks, but the album definitely doesn't. He dropped it like 2 Mondays ago, same day that Tyler dropped Chromacopia. He's been working on the album since January of 2022. The album is freaking crazy. Please go check that out. It's on all streaming platforms, YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify, SoundCloud, freaking Tidal, whatever you listen on. Maymung Sucks. That's the name of the album, but it doesn't suck. That's Maymung. And yeah, catch the interview tomorrow. Have a splendid night. We'll be back on Sunday for the pregame show and back on Tuesday for the podcast with me and Philip White. All right. See you guys. Goodbye.